Today God has an urgent revelation about your daughter. He says if you ignore this message, she will remain unaware of the spiritual dangers surrounding her, a divine truth about her hidden gifts that could change everything. This is not meant to scare you but to protect her from forces targeting her light. Even though these dangers are invisible, remember that God is watching over your family. Believe that this message comes at this exact moment because she needs it now, and know that by watching this video, you are already beginning to activate protection around her. Your daughter's spiritual safety matters deeply to heaven above, and this revelation will open your eyes to who she truly is. God wants you to know about a special spiritual identity your daughter carries that she doesn't even know about yet. This isn't just about watching a video, it's about receiving divine truth before nightfall, when dark forces become more active around children with spiritual gifts. This revelation acts as a protective shield exposing what has been hidden, so you can guard her properly. The next few minutes will create awareness that keeps her safe during these vulnerable years of her life. Right now in the spiritual realm, her name is being spoken, and angels are ready to reveal her true purpose. This protection arrives just in time, as tonight negative entities plan to interfere with her dreams and try to dim the light she carries inside. This urgent revelation about your daughter is one of many God wants to share with you about your family. Subscribe now and turn on all notifications to receive these divine messages before spiritual dangers can harm your children. Your family's protection depends on staying informed about what heaven is revealing. Like this video now as your agreement that you're ready to receive truth about your daughter's spiritual destiny. You've been such a caring parent through everything your daughter has faced. You've always kept your protective instincts strong and stayed alert even when things seemed normal on the surface. Your parental awareness shows who you really are, and it has caught the attention of guardian angels. You've felt something different about your daughter's energy lately and trusted those gut feelings. Your ability to sense when something isn't quite right and your dedication to keeping her safe has made you someone the angels watch over with special attention. You've been quietly worried about certain changes in her behavior, and your concern comes from a spiritually aware place that most parents don't have. Because of your spiritual sensitivity as a parent, God Himself has chosen you to receive this revelation. He has seen how you protect your daughter and how your love for her stays constant despite daily challenges. He is deeply moved by your parental devotion. He wants to step in personally to help you understand her now. Guided by divine wisdom and seeing the beautiful soul your daughter carries, God is ready to expose the truth about her spiritual gifts today. This isn't random. Your daughter's soul actually chose you as her parent before she was born because you have exactly what it takes to raise her properly. A spiritual truth far more important than anything school can teach is being revealed about your daughter today. God is exposing that she carries old soul wisdom and natural spiritual abilities that most children don't have. She is being prepared by heaven for important spiritual work later in her life. But right now negative forces are trying to confuse her and dim her inner light before she understands what she has. She may be experiencing unexplained fears at night, sudden mood changes, or bad dreams that seem unusually vivid and disturbing. Her emotional sensitivity isn't a weakness, it's actually a spiritual gift that lets her feel energy other people can't sense. God is exposing her true divine purpose through this message so you can protect and guide her properly. She carries generational blessings in your family bloodline that go back many generations. This revelation creates a protective barrier against spiritual attacks that have been targeting her without either of you fully understanding what was happening. Dark forces genuinely fear the light she will shine when she's older and fully awakened to her abilities. God's revelation about spiritually gifted daughters must reach other parents who need this information. Immediately share this video with at least 3 mothers or fathers who have daughters. Each parent who misses this message remains unaware of spiritual dangers their children face and the gifts their daughters carry. Your share could be the divine warning a family desperately needs right now. By sharing, You become part of God's messenger network, helping protect an entire generation of spiritually sensitive children. By watching this revelation fully before tonight, you activate a divine shield around your daughter's energy field. God's angels will stand guard around her bed while she sleeps, protecting her dreams from negative interference. Her spiritual gifts will be covered and protected from forces trying to corrupt or confuse them. You'll start receiving clear intuitive guidance about how to help her navigate her sensitivity. Signs will appear in your daily life confirming her special nature. You might notice her saying things with unusual wisdom, or reacting to places and people in ways that show she senses energy. A prayer covering activates through your new awareness, creating safety around her spirit. She'll likely feel safer and more peaceful soon, even without understanding why. This divine protection extends beyond just her to cover your entire family, creating a hedge of safety around your household. Heaven celebrates when parents become aware and start protecting their spiritually gifted children properly. God has seen your daughter's true spiritual potential and divine purpose. He knows she was born for such a time as this, a moment in history when the world needs children who carry light. She agreed on a soul level to come to Earth during this challenging time to be part of the spiritual awakening happening globally. God has specific plans for her future that involve helping and healing others when she's older and mature enough to handle her gifts. Your role as her parent is divinely ordained. You were specifically chosen for this responsibility. This revelation prepares both of you for the journey ahead. Her sensitivity that sometimes seems difficult is actually her superpower that will serve her and others beautifully. She's part of a generation of young spiritual warriors being raised up to bring positive change to our world. As God's revelation flows to you, consider sending energy back through a super thanks of $5, $10, or $20. Look for the thanks button appearing now. This exchange of energy strengthens the protective covering around your daughter and helps spread this vital message to other parents whose children need protection. Your contribution supports God's work of guarding spiritually sensitive children in this generation. As you accept this revelation, think about the strange things you've noticed about your daughter lately. Remember the nights she woke up scared and couldn't explain exactly why. Think about times when she said something unusually wise for her age, or when she seemed to know things she couldn't possibly know. This divine exposure explains those experiences. They were signs of her spiritual abilities trying to emerge. Your parental instincts were absolutely right. Something has been different about her energy. The unusual sensitivity you've noticed, her reactions to certain people or places, and even her vivid imagination are all connected to the spiritual gifts God is now revealing to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to continue receiving divine revelations about your family's spiritual protection. God notices parents who pay attention to His warnings about their children. Then tell us what guidance you need next by commenting protection for shielding your home, guidance for raising spiritually gifted children, or revelation to learn more about your daughter's specific abilities and purpose. Imagine tonight as you check on your daughter before bed, feeling God's presence near her. As you look at her sleeping, see beautiful golden light forming around her entire body like a soft glowing blanket. Feel warmth in your heart as this divine shield locks into place around her. Her spiritual energy becomes stronger and more protected with each peaceful breath she takes, creating a barrier that negative forces cannot penetrate. Notice how calm and safe the whole room feels as this sacred space forms. Every breath she takes pulls in more protective light from the angels watching over her, while every exhale releases any fear or confusion that dark forces tried to plant in her mind. This protection feels warm, peaceful, and completely secure surrounding her bed. Some parents report seeing actual light around their daughters or feeling unusual peace in the room. These are signs the protection is actively working. This divine protection also helps your daughter's spiritual gifts develop safely under heaven's guidance. It creates a protected path for her abilities to mature at the right pace without overwhelming her. This covering extends through her teenage years when spiritual attacks against young people are strongest. She'll recognize her true purpose at exactly the right time in her life. Negative influences trying to lead her astray will lose their power over her. Her confidence in who God created her to be will grow naturally and beautifully. She becomes the spiritually strong, protected young woman heaven designed her to be from the beginning. So as you continue through your day, understand this is more than just information about your daughter. It's divine intervention arriving at exactly the right moment in her childhood and your parenting journey. This revelation reminds you that when you stay spiritually aware, God steps in to guide and protect your family. Welcome this truth with gratitude and trust. As she grows under this protection, her gifts will unfold safely and beautifully. This moment confirms you're doing exactly what a good parent should do, staying alert and protecting your child. Your daughter is truly blessed to have a parent who listens when heaven speaks about her well-being. This urgent message from God cannot be ignored, especially tonight when spiritual attacks against children reach their peak hours. The protection being offered creates a complete covering that negative entities cannot break through. Full awareness of this revelation activates the strongest level of protection before bedtime when these dark forces become most active around spiritually gifted children. The window for receiving this specific revelation closes at sunset today. God's timing is always perfect and intentional. Don't delay taking action for your daughter's spiritual safety and well-being. Parents who receive this revelation report their daughters sleeping peacefully through the night for the first time in months. Children's frightening nightmares stopped completely after their parents activated prayer protection. Positive behavioral changes appeared within just a few days of parental awareness. Spiritual gifts began emerging in healthy, beautiful ways instead of causing confusion or fear. Family peace was restored throughout entire households through this divine truth. Parents felt the protection surrounding their homes like a tangible presence. Children started expressing that they felt safer, more loved, and less afraid of the dark. The protective covering God places over your daughter today extends far beyond just her childhood. This blessing reaches into future generations through the children she will have someday. Your family bloodline blessing activates through your awareness right now. A legacy of spiritual strength becomes established in your family tree. Divine covering remains permanent over her entire lifetime. Thousands of spiritually aware parents are protecting their daughters through supporting this message with gifts of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your contribution joins theirs in strengthening God's protective network around spiritually sensitive children everywhere. Financial gifts amplify the divine covering and ensure these vital revelations continue reaching families whose daughters are in spiritual danger. Be part of God's plan to protect this entire generation of gifted children. Every donation helps another family receive the truth they desperately need. God is watching which parents take action to protect their daughters after receiving this revelation. Don't leave your child spiritually vulnerable tonight when you now know the truth. Subscribe, share, and activate her protection immediately. Your daughter's spiritual destiny depends on your response right now. Act before sunset arrives.